Okay, we're back for game two. Again, lots of good cards we can play. However, I think I will go ahead and see about the Technosmith Titan plan. It's probably the strongest thing our deck could do. If we have to play a more defensive game, we can. But I like keeping that option open because it can nearly win on its own. Or on the spot, even. I like Vault Technician. It levels well. Metamind Adept is good at helping us find our bond. So I think I will go ahead and play that. Can Zephyr Mage give itself mobility? No, I didn't think so. I'm fine with my opponent playing Heart Tree. I'm not particularly concerned with that. So I'm just going to play creatures that are big enough. Matrix Warden would be very nice. Maybe I should have played that over Technician. I'm not positive on that. Going to play Metamind Adept because, again, I want to have leveled. I should have also played that first. So this turn was not my ideal, but this is okay. Happy to see Huntress and Sower. Yeah, I wonder if Heart Tree would move around. Alright, Magma Hound's definitely a good card. Okay, so Huntress here. Okay, so we cannot buff the Adept to stay alive and trade here. So I will probably go ahead and Huntress to trade. Just trade everything off on the board. We've got a Titan coming. Our opponent's got some good creatures, but it feels like ours can handle. Especially since we've got the Titan plan for the end game. So trading off to get to that end game seems good. Okay, Double Delver is definitely a very strong play. So we can Alpha to trade with one, or we can Bear Rider and Huntress, or Ravager. I think Ravager is probably going to be the best creature to have around late game. And I will go ahead and throw the Huntress in front just so that this Delver's health does not grow out of control. 6 power is the critical mass for trading with the Delver. Also, I shouldn't have thrown the Huntress in front of the Delver. I forgot it's going to be able to heal, although it's a bit slow. Alright, that Bruiser's very good. My opponent's deck is coming out swinging and playing very well. Okay, so we can Sower and Enrage. We can trade with a Matriarch. That's nice. Okay, yeah, I'll probably trade with a Matriarch and a Sower because that leaves the best value. So my opponent's deck definitely got better than it had originally looked like it might be. So we definitely need to respect it. That Heart Tree is a pain. Level 1 Savant at player level 2 is not that big a deal. Okay. My opponent does not have access to jetpacks, so the Heart Tree cannot attack. My opponent is just making it good at staying alive, which I'm fine with. And the mobility means it can move around and pick off our creatures, so it is definitely something to be aware of. But for the moment, I'm okay with just playing my creatures a little bit aggressively here. We're doing fine. Yeah, the Titan can trade better for Savant, so I'm glad that I didn't throw it in front there. Alright, the Surface Giant is a very good creature. Definitely going to Titan here. I think I will go ahead and use the Huntress to keep my Ravager alive. Growing the Titan also would have been reasonable because the armor makes it into a good threat. But having a creature over not having a creature seemed like a more important option. Okay, so this will trade with the Heart Tree, which, okay, no longer trades with the Heart Tree. That's fine, though. My opponent doesn't feel too out of control. Gonna throw Technician where it can trade. Question is, Huntress versus Sower. I think Huntress is more important. Get him with some damage. Okay, good. These are some reasonable creatures. Certainly not the best of my deck, but these are definitely acceptable for me. Delver, as I've said before, is a very good creature. However, it is only good if you can play into an empty lane safely. So, like this, my opponent gets to trade his Delver, but it's not going to present too much threat. And actually, it won't even trade here, because my Titan's going to have some extra health left over. So that's a nice bit of value here. 10-14 versus the 8-9 with the extra value. I think I'm going to go ahead and play the Nexus Pilot. Do I play Technician in front of Heart Tree, or do I even care about Heart Tree? I don't think I care. Heart Tree can move in front of Titan to pick it off, and that doesn't bother me. My opponent is doing nice things with that Heart Tree, but that seems like kind of all my opponent's doing at the moment, which doesn't match up well with these big creatures. Alright, that Delver is definitely a strong thing, especially since my hand is terrible. How big does that get? +6, so that will be a 12-13 plus 2, 12-15. I can't do a ton about that. I will throw a snake in front of it, because that's the best thing I've got. I could enrage something, but there's nothing really jumping at me. I feel like things are going to come to a head in the next player level, so I think I want to have the Sparkblade Assassin up because the level's the best. Alright, Huntress is not amazing, but it's fine. So this will be a little bit smaller on our turn, so we can probably trade the Huntress with it. Which leaves us with some mediocre creatures, unfortunately, but our opponent seems to have some of the same. Okay, the Bruiser may pump Delver, which would be a problem. Hopefully my opponent just pumps Heart Tree again. Okay. Yeah, again, don't care that much about that. Okay, so I can safely use Huntress to pump the Assassin just because I plan to use Warden to pump the Huntress. Oh wait, no, I don't even need to do that because, oh wait, I'm not sure if the Delver's trigger will grow it or if the poison will kill it or if it will regen. I think it will stay alive, so I definitely needed to pump Huntress there, so that's why I ended up doing that. Keeping the Assassin alive doesn't make a big difference, but it does like make my opponent less likely to move the Heart Tree in front and all that stuff. Okay, so we get our Titan here. That is very nice. So we will throw it in front of something because whatever we throw it in front of will just attack into it. I could pump it, but I think I'd rather diversify my threats and continue to get more stuff out. This is going to be very, very difficult for my opponent to deal with. My opponent has showed no actual removal. Okay, this is a very reasonable. My opponent's going to get through 8 damage here. And can get in more if my opponent has a creature to trigger the Savant. We will get to keep our Titan, but it took a very big hit. So that will be 11 damage to my creature. So we do get to survive. So we're going to just continue dropping the most intimidating things we can. I wonder if Sword is better than Assassin. No, I think we just want the biggest body we have right now. Get in 17 damage, that's nice. Again, we are playing the role of the aggressor right now, so we're just attacking on all cylinders. Okay, so our opponent did take care of the Titan. We finally got rid of that Heart Tree. So we got to take care of this Delver. We cannot do that with what we've got. I'm going to go ahead and draw some more cards. Ghost Scale Cobra is actually kind of reasonable. Or we could play a more aggressive game. We're going to hit for 29. Do we want to increase that? I think we do. Just get our opponent so far on the back foot. And we got the Titan again. So our opponent didn't even know that, but it was just our opponent was too far behind. All right. So we're doing very well with our Value Town deck. We'll be back with the next round in a moment.